he comes. We were talking earlier. He's like, "Oh, he looks in the mirror. I feel so old."
Just the bags and like I don't know.
I've really been getting marketed these this like eye bag cream lately. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this
Oh
trying
yeah.
to tell me?
Welcome. Well, what are you getting marketed?
I get Hims? Do you know what Hims are?
Yes.
Did you see Hims?
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. Mike's getting targeted with like
Oh,
the surgery to get taller. Like they make you
I might have
tall.
looked up like I might have looked it up once where it was like this one guy, he was like 5'5" and he wanted to be 6 foot. I'm like, how do you do that?
It's a big
Mike's like, I identify with that.
Wow, you're really gonna beat that one in the ground, aren't you?
It's the one thing I have.
But so
with
someone makes a comment though. It's like, your arms don't grow though. So like, you can have
Yeah,
legs.
yeah. Could you imagine?
They're not lengthening your arms though.
It's like
so.
T-Rex style,
Yeah.
right? Like you have these long legs and your arms can't even reach anywhere.
Mm-hmm. That and Hims. Hims is the one for various. There's various different things I guess it offers or something.
Right. I was gonna say you should clarify which products Hims are.
Well, it does the one like, are you getting old? Do you need help in bed or whatever? It's
Yes,
like
that's
I
what
get that
good.
one. Then there's the one where it's like, are you going bald? Do you have no hair left? Take our Hims product. Like, is it just like one pill that does everything?
I don't think so.
Can it make me 6 foot too?
Is that the one that's like it's testosterone?
I don't know. I don't know what it is actually. It's
Because I get targeted with a bunch of testosterone stuff all the time.
It might be. I mean, it just says Hims. I haven't really looked into what it is, but it's like it's different things that Hims does. I've some probably a suite of products you could choose from that's under one labeling and all, but it's like
And there's probably multiple products that are like, oh, you're in this age range, so we're gonna market you everything.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. It was just like apparently it's got me, taking care for hair and in the bedroom. If it gets me like 6'1" or 6'2" height wise, like let me know. I think I'm done growing though, so
It's only shorter from here.
Yeah.
You've peaked on the height scale, unfortunately.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
It's like the one thing I have: height and age. Let me have it.
You can have it. I literally said in one of our shorts that I had to stand on the hillside next
Oh,
to
yeah.
Eric, so we were about the same.
I just posted that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like gets some extra notoriety there. He flags that thing 6 different ways from Sunday just to make sure people know that I'm shorter than him.
He's going through the office. Hey, did you guys see our new
Did you see
video?"
that new reel where Mike was shorter?
People just know. It's obvious.
I sent him an Instagram reel where it was like, I've been getting also a lot of those where it's like you and your work bestie, and one of them is like, was it like handsome, talented, great business acumen, funny, whatever, and then your work bestie, tall.
It's either tall or it's just gay. I'm like, yep, thank you. Yep, that's me.
It's just like, how perfect is that though? Blah 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 blah. Tall.
Take it. We are back with Property Pairings.
Are we episode 9?
We are episode 9, almost to the double digits.
Wow.
So it's going, it's happening. Eric Kinzler,
Mike Pavone.
Mr. Mike Pavone himself.
I was thinking a Star Wars reference there. Rise of something.
Oh, is that the 9th one?
Yeah, Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker. I can't.
Rise of him.
I can't do it. Anyways, yeah, it's been a little bit though.
Time to play catch up.
Oh, there's so much. It's like a therapy session. What has been going on? Well, let's see. For me, it was 3 months of sickness going through my house, which has been cool. It started with a jawline.
The jaw.
Norovirus into 7 cases of pink eye. I think it was
Even
7
the
cases.
dog got
Even
pink
the
eye.
dog got it. Did you know that? Did you know that you can give a dog pink eye?
No.
Didn't know that either.
Yeah.
We didn't try either.
Yeah, it wasn't like a test subject.
Let's see
hey,
how this
hey,
goes.
Obi, can you get pink eye?
Just looking at him one day, I was like, I think he's got pink eye. And so everyone got it. My wife, though, she was preemptive. She's like, screw it. And she just starts taking the drops herself just to make sure she didn't get it. The only one that didn't get it was Knox, the other dog.
Yeah.
And then spring break. That was busy last week. Clark had his first spring break.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. It was fun.
He got to hang out with you all week.
We did work in the yard. He likes Subway, so we were eating Subway in the back of the pickup truck, like in the bed at the house. I put a chair in there for him, and I'd be eating at the tailgate, and he had a lot of fun with that.
Nice. I bet.
But we were busy with, it kept us busy.
Yeah, you guys did a ton of yard work. Looks good.
Yeah. We are still the crappiest house on the street, but we are less crappy than what we were. So that's a win. Everybody else is like manicured, beautiful lawns and hedges and things like that, and we have raw dirt.
The one across the street, like right across the street.
It's got like topiary.
It's so, and the bushes are just perfectly square. Every time I do like a U-turn to turn around, I get really close to them and I'm like, can I make it? And I'm like, don't even test it. You're going to wipe out one of their bushes and be screwed.
But not our yard. Like you can go right through our yard. It's fun. It's cool.
Could back up and hit one of those.
I had just put all that seed out on the right side of the driveway, and I drove through it accidentally. I'm like, I gotta go back and rake that. So yeah, it was a good, busy week. How about you?
Yeah, things have been, well, got some clients that I've been working with for a while. I think we had talked in previous episodes, they were like some VA clients that I had as well. Got them under contract and they're super excited. Appraisal came back today, above value. So that's always good. Yep.
Where was it again?
Stanwood.
Oh, that's far.
It's up there, yes. So typically don't really go super far. These people in particular, they're just like awesome, down to earth people. They're both firefighters, both vets,
Well, and
like just starting their family.
And you had like a history of working with them, and as they're trying to like find what they're looking for, and there's mission creep. Okay, like what we're looking for is we're not finding it here. Let's look there. And at that point, you've gone down through this journey so long, and you want to make sure that you see that through.
Exactly what they want. Yeah. It's like acreage. Don't really want to see your neighbors. We had offered on a couple of other places that were solid homes, but we didn't get it, unfortunately. And so this time they were like, Eric, get us the property. Okay.
Those are very,
Like,
very clear marching orders.
They are. He was like, I don't care what it is. Get us the property. And he even asked me, he was like, is this a good deal? And I was like, well, I think deal is the wrong word. Like, is this good for you and your family and your investment future? Absolutely. Are we getting it for less than asking price 2 days after it's on the market? No. So technically we're not getting a deal for it, but yeah, they're just good people. I'm really excited for them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's really nice. I mean, we have lots of great clients. Yeah, these people they work really hard for everything that they have, and it's feels good for them to get a win.
Yeah, it was fun too because where it was, Stanwood, it's like, I have like a 2-hour drive back. Can we talk through comps?
Yeah.
Are you in front of the computer? I'm like, yeah.
This is the first time I ever had the opportunity to ask Mike to help me out and run comps, because most of the time it's like Mike's been doing this for like, what, 42 years? How old are you?
You caught me mid-drink there. 18.
Oh, okay. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been saying 18 for the last 4 BT dub.
2007. Yeah, it's 18.
Oh, okay. And most of the time it's like he's driving around for his clients and doing stuff, and he'll be like, hey, can you run comps for me? I still have 2 more showings. And it's like, yeah, no problem, blah, 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 send it over. But there's like it was just like a different dynamic in this particular moment where I called him up. I was like, hey, are you in the middle of something? He's like, what do you need? Can you run comps for me. It's going to take me 2 hours to get home. And I immediately have to do an open house. And we were right in the offer that night. So solid. Yeah.
But it's a good example of kind of a force multiplier. Like, he could still be en route doing what he needed to do. I was already working on something in the office here on a computer. As like, let me switch gears, as multitasking component.
Yeah.
So,
And we got under contract that night. And it was just,
Oh, nice.
it was because I already had the comps when I got there to my open, and I was able to chat with my clients.
and you can just
then
get down to work. You can do what he
Yeah.
needs to do.
type up the offer, send it over, get it accepted. That was a really good day,
We're-
long day.
We're a dynamic duo.
That we are.
Comps means
Comparable sales.
Mhm.
So what we're looking for is like, we're not just looking for what's the highest price on the house. We're trying to find, because the conversation is always about like, okay, well, what does this thing actually make sense at? So a listing price is subjective, right? It's at the recommendation of either the client or the broker or the two of them together. So when you list a home for sale, the idea is you have a conversation, right? But that doesn't always mean that maybe that's a true reflection of the number. A client might say, hey, I want to list here. Broker might say, well, it's really here, or we'll start here, right? When you're representing on the buy side, though, we're looking for example properties that have sold recently around the subject property that are very similar to the subject property to try to substantiate that value. So if the property is listed at $1 million and I can only find homes in the recent past, within the past 0 to 3 months or 0 to 6 months, depending on the market, that are at 900, something's out of alignment here. Okay, so that's like, that doesn't necessarily mean their price is wrong, but it's like, okay, that's going to ask the next question. Well, why is this so different?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, is there some, outside of the square footage, bed, bath,
Mhm.
location, is there some like special amenity that
Yeah,
you
like-
see
Yeah.
is adding that
Is it
value?
got some kind of panoramic view that on paper is not translating? The finish level is like a degree of magnitude nicer.
Mhm.
It goes. Is it in a different? Funny one is a lot of times like, is it in a different school district than all these other ones right over here because it's right on the border, but it feeds somewhere else? Like, those can have big impacts to value. So, like, for this property, actually, this was a good example. There is a road that bisects through that area. And if you're on, it's not just I-5, but there was another road, an east-west road
Yep.
and a north-south road. And if you're on the east side of the road versus the west side of the road, the pricing was different. But if you were south of the east-west road that was there, the pricing was also different. And so there's this kind of a wedge-shaped area that this property that he got under contract was, where you could very clearly see the differences in the prices depending on which side of the road you were on.
Yeah. That was interesting.
So that was a good. Was that last weekend? Or was it last week?
The Friday before last, yeah.
So that went well.
Mm-hmm. And then just working on our listings. The market's talking and things are starting to sit a little bit longer, which is not anything I've been used to in I think this is my 7th year in real estate. Even in I think the biggest slowdown was like 2019 that I had seen.
There was a little blip there, yeah, but
Like right as the summer was approaching, everyone threw on stuff and things were sitting for a little bit longer. But since then, it's been
consistent since like 2012
yeah.
at varying degrees. But the technical bottom of the market, I believe, was March of 2012 for our area. So there's kind of been this inexorable march upwards in pricing, and with ups and downs along the way. I don't see us going into an inversion or something like that, but people are not necessarily accustomed to the deceleration in the market at the moment.
Mm.
It's throwing people, but it's happening in a lot of different sectors at the moment. So
Yeah. I think the one strong section is still the like first time home buyer section, which is anything 800 to 1.4 is a solid.
sub $2 million is doing, depending on where it is, under $2 million is doing okay. Above $2 million, you're really starting to sit.
Yeah, my North Bend property that closes this week, and we got $25,000 over asking. It was popular property, so that'll be good.
We'll see. I think it's a matter of time. There's some things that have to work themselves out in the system right now. So.
What was last week like? Because it was super nice, like pretty much all week weather-wise. Does that make it busier for you guys? Like, did you have a lot of, like, were open houses busier? Did you have people, buyers wanting to go see more properties?
We have like back-to-back spring breaks right now. So we had Lake Washington had their spring break last week, which a lot of people take off and leave. And then Snoqualmie Valley had their spring break. So it's these back-to-back ones kind of leaves this large 2-week gap. And so it was just like the stocks did their thing a few weeks ago, and then we had a spring break, and now we have another spring break.
And the stocks are doing their thing today, so that's been interesting, and rates are doing their thing. Weather has an impact. So if it's a nice sunny day, well, we did one on was it Lake Alice when it was like 113 degrees?
Oh yeah.
It was sunny, it was hot, and we had a lakefront property up there with air conditioning. We had so many people at our house.
Yeah.
Just hiding in the house for the air conditioning.
Yeah, that was really fun.
But to the point is, yeah, weather impacts everything. If you've got nice sunny days, people are more apt to be out, especially on weekdays. On the weekends, it can actually be a little harder because they're out doing things.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's like, now's the opportunity to hike.
But when things are along a predictable trajectory, so if people are feeling good, feeling stable, and the weather's nice, that works well. But if people are feeling unstable on their back foot, concerned about stocks and markets and things like that, the weather doesn't matter. They're still thinking about that.
I mean, I'm still getting people through my open house. It's just under 3 million, and there's still potential buyers coming through. So people are out there looking. It's just not in copious amounts.
Then even when the market was down in 07, 8, 9, 10, all that time, there are buyers. There are always people looking, but it's just how many.
Makes
So.
sense. Yeah, I guess since I don't have kids and my nephews aren't old enough to experience spring break, I don't really think of spring break being like, oh yeah, I guess in Washington people use that as an excuse to like leave.
Yeah.
And find some sun and warmth.
Oh yeah.
Vacation.
They take off.
Yeah.
I did not just me, but like I'm the leader of organizing events in my community. And so we did an egg hunt on Saturday. Yeah, which is really fun. You get to meet a lot of people. We do like an egg stuffing party a few days before where we all get together, and it's just like pizza and wine and drinks. And I think there was like a little over 1,200 eggs we were just stuffing with candy.
1,200 eggs?
Yeah. I get it every year. I order a little bit more because I'm like, why not? Well, this year I didn't think about spring break. And so there were probably half the kids we normally have. So the kids are walking around, their baskets are just overflowing. So when they're going to grab them, they're just like tumbling. The eggs are tumbling.
Were the parents like, thanks, Eric. Thanks.
Yeah, I was like, everyone got extra candy this year. And I do the gold eggs too. And I put like $1 in them. So there's gold eggs out there, and the kids are like, I didn't get a gold egg. And I keep 5 hidden. So I'm like, you didn't? Did you even look over there, like close to that? And I'll have put one over there. Yeah, it's fun. I love it. It's a fun time.
He's fun with that stuff.
I think last year you guys came over right after
I think we did.
the egg hunt. And I hid a whole bunch of eggs downstairs in our
Yes, we
basement.
did. That was
Yeah. So the kids could hunt down there.
He's a good Uncle Eric.
Yeah. Easter is so different now, the egg hunts, than when I was a kid. I don't ever remember cash. Maybe it was like $1 max.
Oh, yeah.
Or like
Quarters.
You find like quarters.
Yeah.
I was seeing on the internet kids cracking open $100 bills.
I know. I have too.
What neighborhood's that in?
He just he just show up freshly shaved. Yeah, no, I'm 12.
I'm 12.
Bring my nephews. Like, okay, only find
We're going to split
Yeah.
it 50-50.
We're going to Medina.
Our egg stuff when I was a kid is like we would dye our own eggs, hard boil them, dye our own eggs, and those were the ones that were hidden.
That's what my
That's
mom
what
did
I
too.
remember. Like there wasn't candy in them. There wasn't. You had like a little Easter basket of stuff, right? But the eggs were eggs.
Yeah, it was the eggs, and then
This $100 stuff. I'm in the wrong business right now.
yeah, save up for your egg hunting
Yeah.
all year. It was that was a lot of fun. I got some of the kids in the neighborhood like made me a little card saying thank you, which I thought was really cute.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's a good Uncle Eric.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we do? Oh, we've been going out on the pontoon boat. That's been nice.
Oh,
Yep, uncovered it
where's
Mhm.
that kept?
at our house. Yeah, we live like on this little lake that we're on waterfront, so it's just right up front. So you just have to uncover it, and it's got like 200 snaps for the cover. So
I've seen those, yeah.
yeah, and it did rain. I was like, ah, screw it, I'm not doing that. So.
Oh, that was last week.
And this weekend, yeah. Yeah, we've gone out 3 times now. I take my blankets. Just hang out on there with the dogs.
I was digging dirt and moving rocks. This is basically the same thing.
I mean, I was not allowed to do any kind of like physical exertion. So
yeah, because you had the surgery.
Yep,
yeah.
but the stitches came out today, and I'm clear to
Eat
eat the nachos, eat the pizzas. Although I did have pizza the other day, I was just like chewing up the front 2 teeth like a rabbit. I was like,
Are you getting nachos
"Please."
today?
No, I'm gonna get Monroe's finest Fred Meyer, whatever's there. Although there is a Mexican place there, and they do offer to-go margaritas, so I might.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna do his like take a little time off.
So I'll probably have to stop by
Get a
there.
couple for the fridge.
I'm getting a little hungry. I can feel it already.
What is it? Last year when you did this, it was like you got the margarita, didn't you? And then didn't you eat like a pizza?
I did get a frozen pizza.
Did you eat like pizza for a couple days?
I ate that frozen pizza for a couple of days. I also ate spicy Doritos and 2 different bags of gummies over a 4-day
I'm like,
period. I
do you
should have
remember
eaten
when you were
more.
I was gonna say, do you remember when you were 12 and you could eat like that?
Sometimes I'll sleep in till like noon or 1 o'clock, and I'll wake up and I'll just immediately eat some gummies and get in the hot tub, and then I'll go back to bed. It's whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Oh my gosh.
And it's awesome. You don't have to answer to any. I mean, you kind of get it. You live at your house,
I
and
already
so
answered
it's
all
like,
my-
no, like the dog scratches at the door, and you're just like, all right, I'm up. Okay, here we are.
You're describing a Saturday for me.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll understand when you're older.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to it. You only have to answer to yourself.
I was just relishing in the fact that on Sunday, all 3 kids decided to sleep in till 8:30.
Oh wow.
So I slept until 8:30.
You slept until 8:30?
Yeah. And of course, like for that fraction of a second when you realize what time it is and what time you got to sleep into, which immediately turns into abject fear because you're like, why didn't they wake me up? Why is it 8:30?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? No one's making noise. Is everyone alive?
Is something burning?
What's going
You
on? You
start
freak
smelling
out.
smells that aren't even there.
Yeah, everyone was asleep. Like, and I got a full night's sleep. It was weird. Can't remember the last time I slept till 8:30.
If you feed all of your kids melatonin at 2 a.m.,
Right before you
it'll
go to
do
bed.
that. Yeah, you're just like, hey, daddy loves you. Good night.
Crush a little bit up, guys. I have dessert.
There was
No, they're already sleeping. You're just like, I need that extra few hours. Take this real quick. It's a gummy.
we have them on stock, and we don't give them unless we're going to go on a long trip or it's a night thing. But there was one night, one of our kids was like really agitated, having trouble sleeping, this, that, and the other, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get some medicine. It was one of those melatonin things. Gave it to him in like 30 seconds. the placebo effect or something. But he was like out, and he
Nice.
slept good. He slept good all night, really well, and the next morning he was happy as a clam. So
It's a win-win.
yeah, it's we've got some stuff that's coming up in the pipeline there, and
Which we cannot say any
They-
additional
well, they're just going to need a lot of work.
clarification about the properties. They're like super into smacking down on no pre-marketing.
But we can't like talk about scope of work.
You can talk about scope of work. We just like if we even say anything about a possible location or
Yeah.
right now we can't even say like, hey, at this listing, vacuuming for staging, you get a fine. It's pretty.
There's been a
insane
lot
right
of
now.
stuff going on related to like trying to privately market listings and all kinds of stuff, which gets back to kind of what the MLS is for, and how do you make sure that the public is most fully aware of all the options that are available, and making sure that that exposure is achieved and all that. We have one coming up though, but from a work perspective, it is going to be a lift.
Yeah,
because
might be our
it's up
second
there.
heaviest lift in the last 365 days.
It's everything. It's roof, it's attic, it's crawl space, it's plumbing, it's electrical, it's floors, it's interior, it's
Paint,
everything.
It's landscaping. It's a whole 9 yards.
And it was one of those when we did an evaluation of the home and the inspection and all of that. I was like, you kind of knew there was probably some issues here. We're gonna have to deal with some things. And then we got the inspection report back, and you're like, well, that just reshuffled the deck on everything we're prioritizing right now. And there was active issues that the seller wasn't really aware of.
Well, I mean, she bought the house like that. There's some things where, and it happens a lot, and I don't understand how it happens, right? The disconnect between the bathroom and venting outside of the house. Is that from like a roofer just not reconnecting it? I don't
it
think.
dropping down, it falling off.
But like both of them falling off to
I
me
don't know.
seems extreme.
We're talking about when you hook up the bathroom vent fans through the attic. Like more often than not, you find those things are not connected, so you're just venting into the attic. Yeah. So you go take a shower. Me, I like scalding hot. That's me.
Yeah, same.
So there's a lot of humidity coming off of that, and if that vent fan's not hooked up through the roof through the attic to the roof, you're just putting all that into the attic, and you'll get mold.
Mhm.
So we've got a fairly extensive lift on that one that's coming up.
But once it's all lifted and you're like, new roof, new flooring, new paint, refresh landscaping, new water heater,
Sump pump.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to advertise a sump pump, but
Still.
we'll add it to the list of things that yeah. And then you can put 2025 on all of those things. Then for a first-time home buyer, they're like,
What do I have to do? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
So, a seller, why wouldn't they just do all that on their own before, like, having an agent, like a selling agent, come on? Versus, like, it seems like you guys are taking part in helping them take care of all of that.
Well, usually it's life is in the way. Usually, work. If you have kids or family or whatever, it's usually in the way, and your attention's elsewhere. Or you don't want to think about it. It's a lot of reasons why.
Or you just didn't know.
Or you didn't know.
Because I think a few of those things, she just didn't know.
She had no idea. It's usually when we come out and there's more of an objective and subjective, like we're looking across the entire house for signs and issues that we might be needing to be watching out for. And this house certainly had them, which causes us to peel the onion a little bit on that. And then when we find out more, they're like, oh, I didn't know any of that was going on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, there's a lot of people who will call and try to do that stuff, but then they are like, oh, but the contractor's not getting back to me, and we know how to talk to contractors. Contractors are, you constantly have to follow up. So with our sellers or our buyers, we're behind the scenes making multiple calls, making sure, like, hey, can you show up on the 16th? They're like, yeah. And then it's like the week before, hey, looking forward to seeing you on the 16th. I'm like, yeah. The day before, hey, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 9 a.m. typical person thinks, hey, I made an appointment, you're going to show up.
Right.
But with contractors, it's not always the case. So you constantly do follow-up. There was an issue that I had to deal with one of my clients where even though I was doing the follow-up, it still didn't pan out. And then it kind of makes us look like we're not doing our job right.
Yeah.
And so you have to reevaluate relationships.
Well, and so for today, we do quite a bit of business with them. So it was something where you can call them and say, hey, you know, we need this work done, and they'll kind of adjust their schedules to make it work.
Mhm.
So we stacked, the next like month is going to be stacked with appointments.
Yeah. But it'll be good. We'll have it all done, and then it'll get listed and perfect price point. So should be good.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not too much that I can think of. Yeah, I mean, it's beginning to be our busy season, so doing lots of interviews with sellers and getting all of that stuff lined up. I think it should be a solid summer. I don't know if we're going to go to Chelan.
I'm waiting to see if you're going to start watching some of the movies we've been talking about. Like Step Brothers.
If you watch them with me, I will watch them. That's fair.
It is
Sounds
fair.
like a win-win for you.
Hey, I'm going to go watch movies with Uncle Eric. I'll see you guys later.
You guys get to have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys get to have your friendship dates.
Oh
It's
my
a
God, if I
win-win.
tried to pitch that. Oh.
Well, if we start targeting the valley, you're going to be like, well, I have that appointment till 8 p.m. and then I have that 8 a.m. appointment. So it just makes sense
I'm
to
just gonna
crash
stay
in
in
the
his house.
basement in the mother-in-law unit.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would go over well.
Maybe I'll watch one while I'm gone.
You should watch Step Brothers.
Okay, if you're going to make any recommendation of one movie I should watch during my next...
Well, how many of them haven't you seen?
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to what we've talked about that he hasn't seen.
All of them.
Well, wait, it was Step Brothers was a big one.
Yeah.
You've seen the Star Wars, so that's covered.
There was like an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia or something.
Oh, yeah, there was that. But we're thinking movies.
I've seen all the Star Wars, seen all the Lord of the Rings. Love both.
Oh, Pacific Rim?
Yeah, did you watch Pacific Rim yet?
Mm-mm.
I can't talk to you.
That's
It's so good.
I'm trying to think.
It's so
I'm trying
bad.
To think back through just like
It's so bad.
your reactions.
It's so good, but it's Godzilla Transformers. Enough said. But it's Godzilla's Transformers, so come on.
Okay.
It's not like Shawshank or something like that.
I mean, very
Yeah,
different.
Shawshank.
Like heavy action with like very simple plot.
And slightly absurd. Like, come on, falling from space after pulling
Yeah.
two swords out of your hands. Yeah.
Versus Step Brothers is just like ridiculously stupid
Juvenile.
comedy plot.
It's basically us.
Step Brothers.
Yeah. Did you touch my drums?
I can. If Step Brothers is the one, I will watch Step Brothers.
Have a margarita, a little pizza, watch Step Brothers.
Consider it done. I'll be caught up.
Like Pacific Rim, you can watch that when you come over with us because the boys love it. But Step Brothers, I think that would be a good one.
Okay. I'll watch it.
There we go. That'll be some good content for Friday.
Fight scene that ends up out on the lawn and
No, don't spoil it for him.
yeah, you got
I feel like it's already going to be.
no, it's a special movie.
Is there more of a character that I am? Am I the Will Ferrell or the other one? I don't even know his name.
You might be Derek,
I can see that.
just because he's so well put together.
We'll have to reconvene after you've seen it.
Okay.
Derek is not the step brother, but he's the real brother.
Okay.
Except, this is a compliment to you. You're not a total a-hole, and he's kind of a dick.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't.
But he presents well, and
very
he's,
nice,
and he's
yeah.
a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like me. Exactly.
But then you're gonna watch it and you're like, I'm nothing like this douche.
Maybe I am. I don't know.
I can't. You
We'll
know, it's entertaining. The first half of the movie when they're at the first half of the movie is my favorite part when they're getting acclimated. It'll make sense when you watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll let you know.
I gotta watch it again now.
Yeah.
In preparation for this.
I have one work thing I have to do during the middle of it, but that's okay.
Work from hot tub.
Yes.
On our Zoom call, could you imagine?
Have you seen that guy who runs around with a platform off his chest and his computer there,
Yes,
and he's got the green screen background?
Oh, I've seen that.
Why is there steam coming up in your screen?
There's a guy on my lake who's got 3 monitors set up on his computer on his pontoon boat.
What?
And he works. Yeah, he's got his pontoon boat pre-programmed to like know where to go around the lake, and he would work on it.
That's just a lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's another
It was
level.
during COVID, so it was like it kind of made sense, right? It's
That's like
something a
another
little
level,
different.
though.
Yeah.
That is another level.
Did you
Yeah.
just be on your pontoon or taking Zoom calls? Oh, that would be too funny.
I've seen people watch movies on there, like they have a little projector. Might do that with the Xbox.
That's
If you come over, we'll do that.
That'd be fun.
That does not sound out of the.
You know, here's what's gonna happen. They'll be like, "Hey, I'm going over to Uncle Eric's house," and they're like, "Cool, we'll be there too."
Yeah, we're
Great.
definitely all coming as well.
Great.
I think we're gonna do like you guys are gonna come over this summer and try to do a sleepover with the kids for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe the kids are coming out. I don't know. Remember,
We-
Julia and I were talking about it.
I thought it was Ashton and Clark maybe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll buy a projector. Or I'll borrow yours.
I think we have 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got it on Prime Day. It's like, cool. We already have a big TV, and we're gonna do projectors outside, which we never did. I think we have 2 of them.
Okay, I think I can make that work because I feel like that rock wall up front. I already have it envisioned.
I came in one time to my house, and my wife had set up the projector to watch a movie on the wall in the living room. But for context, it'd be like if we projected an image on that wall, and the TV's right here, and the couch faces this way. But we had it up on that wall. I'm gonna go back to work. Well, thank you guys for being here with us on episode 9. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Nice. Make sure to find us on YouTube. Remember to click like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.